She got out there, the social media meltdown commenced. Unbelievable. Right here. I mean, seriously, happy Black History Month. Y'all know I had to be the first.
Angel Reese tried to pull off a sneaky place, widing the bowl while Tiffany
standing in front of her.
I think Reese was gesturing towards Hayes, and maybe the official thought it was to him.
No, I think Angel Reese was just tossed.
Well, there's her first.
So
the roar of the crowd, the thunderous applause, the energy that electrifies an arena. These are moments etched into the annals of sports history. But what if that ovation wasn't for a game-winning shot, a record-shattering performance, or an act of inspiring leadership? What if instead, a star player was given a hero's welcome for literally quitting on her team mid-game? This isn't a hypothetical. This is the bewildering saga of Angel Reese, a story that rips back the curtain on modern sports, exposing a chaotic landscape where the lines between competition, theatrics, and self-promotion have blurred beyond recognition. Buckle up, because the journey we're about to embark on goes far beyond the hardwood, revealing unexpected twists, a bizarre reversal of roles, and a profound question about what truly defines a legacy in an era hungry for drama. The incident that sparked this inferno began with what should have been a routine defensive play. Angel Reese, engaged in a battle for possession against Tiffany Hayes, initiated a move. Was it a subtle attempt to gain an advantage, a sneaky play to wedge the ball and throw her opponent off balance, or merely the intense physicality inherent in the sport? Whatever the intent, the whistle blew, signaling a foul. But this wasn't just any foul, it was the match that ignited a firestorm. The competitor's transcript describes Reese's immediate, exaggerated disbelief, her eyes wide, arms flung high in a display of theatrical outrage that transformed a simple call into pure spectacle. This wasn't merely frustration, it was a performance, a full-on meltdown for the cameras and the crowd. She prowled the court with an almost rehearsed intensity, launching into a fiery tirade at the referees as if the entire game was conspiring against her. Her gestures, initially aimed at brushing off the call or perhaps Tiffany Hayes herself, were interpreted by the official as a direct challenge, earning her a technical foul. As her protestations continued, fueled by what seemed like an insatiable need to command the spotlight, a second technical was swiftly issued. In that instant, Angel Reese was ejected, making unwanted history as the first player ever tossed from an unrivaled game. It was a shocking, unprecedented moment, but this dramatic exit was only the opening act of a much larger, more bewildering show, one that would force everyone to question where the line between villain and victim truly lies. Angel Reese has, for quite some time, cultivated a specific image, that of the villain. She has openly embraced this persona, proudly stating she was happy to play the villain if it meant growing women's basketball. From taunting Caitlin Clark with the "you can't see me" gesture, to her teammates' flagrant fouls on Clark with Reese cheering wildly on the sideline, she relished the role of the antagonist, the bad girl who wasn't afraid to stir the pot. Yet, in a stunning reversal, the moment she faced genuine consequences for her on-court behavior, the script flipped entirely. Suddenly, the self-proclaimed villain transformed into the wronged victim. She lashed out, claiming the media had benefited from my pain, and unfairly villainized her to create a narrative. The irony was palpable. How could someone who actively sought out and reveled in the role of the antagonist so quickly pivot to claiming persecution? She even controversially hinted at racial bias being a factor in the criticism she received, a tactic that further inflamed an already volatile situation. This sudden switch from embracing the villain crown to crying foul exposed a troubling hypocrisy that fans and analysts alike were quick to point out. Social media, a platform she frequently uses, torched her with a firestorm of criticism, as many saw right through the performance. This wasn't just a misstep, it was an exhausting cycle where she seemed to provoke, escalate, explode, and then immediately rewrite the script, casting herself as the misunderstood, persecuted one. Yet, amidst this storm of controversy, an even more shocking truth was beginning to emerge, a truth hidden in plain sight on the court itself, a truth that would change everything. What happened next was a stark reminder that the game, in the end, is bigger than any single player's drama. Despite Angel Reese's dramatic exit and her fervent belief that the entire universe was conspiring against her, the referees remained steadfast. They weren't swayed by her theatrics, her exaggerated gestures, or her passionate monologues. They weren't buying it, standing firmly by the rulebook. No amount of shouting or flailing could undo what had transpired, and with the ruling final, the game finally regained its focus. A palpable shift occurred, the tension eased, and the chaos trailing behind her departure dissipated. What followed was perhaps the most astonishing revelation of the entire saga. Despite losing their star player, her team, the Rose, did not collapse. In fact, they seemingly thrived. Freed from the constant distractions and the need to cater to a singular ego, the squad locked in, moved the ball with renewed purpose, and played with an undeniable energy, ultimately securing a dominant victory by double digits. This wasn't a fluke, it was a powerful, unspoken statement. It suggested that perhaps, just perhaps, the court felt a little freer without the chaos. This pivotal moment peeled back the layers of a deeper, more profound contrast, not just within that single game, but across the entire landscape of women's basketball. This saga forces a stark comparison, a critical examination of two very different paths to stardom currently unfolding in women's basketball. On one side, you have the undeniable Caitlin Clark effect. Her arrival in the WNBA has ignited an unprecedented surge in popularity, viewership, and engagement. Clark's games are averaging well over 1 million viewers, her jersey sales are skyrocketing, and she is generating hundreds of millions in economic impact for the league. She steps onto the court, and suddenly, it's an event, an inspiration for countless young athletes. She is quite literally building the league through her transcendent talent and a focus on the game itself. On the other side, you have Angel Reese, whose narrative all too often becomes about another meltdown, another tech, another sideshow. Her drama, her social media tirades, and her constant quest for the spotlight tend to overshadow the actual sport, turning every game into a WWE-style circus rather than a showcase of elite athleticism. While Clark is creating a legacy of genuine growth and inspiration, Reese is busy creating a legacy of noise and controversy. The stark difference is clear. Fans don't tune in to watch tantrums, they tune in to watch greatness. This constant dance between genuine talent and relentless theatrics raises unsettling questions about what it truly means to be a superstar in modern sports, and what kind of impact truly serves the sport as a whole. It's an undeniable truth. Angel Reese possesses immense talent. Before her dramatic ejection, she had already amassed a remarkable 15 rebounds, a testament to her capabilities on the court. She has consistently been the WNBA's rebounding leader, showcasing a skill set that should, by all accounts, speak volumes on its own. Yet, instead of allowing her numbers to define her impact, she consistently chooses a different path. Every bad whistle, every tough moment, every perceived slight becomes an opportunity for a spectacle, a reason to command the spotlight and draw all eyes to her. This relentless pursuit of attention, however, comes at a heavy cost. Her ongoing theatrics are draining for her teammates, exhausting for the referees, and ultimately frustrating for fans who simply want to watch the game. Her on-court demeanor, often described as less like a competitive athlete venting and more like an air traffic controller frantically signaling planes in a storm, alienates those who value sportsmanship and focus. Critics argue that this behavior has already severely damaged her prominence and transformed her into a punching bag for media scrutiny, leading some to conclude she has made a tremendous mistake as it relates to her reputation. Even her attempts at damage control, such as her public apology for critical comments about teammates, or her subsequent suspension for statements detrimental to the team, followed by convenient claims of a back injury, often feel like calculated moves in a larger performance. It begs the question, is this genuine growth and self-reflection, or simply another act in her never-ending quest for attention? This relentless cycle of provocation, escalation, and then victimhood is pushing Angel Reese to a critical crossroads, one that will ultimately define her career. Angel Reese finds herself at a crucial crossroads. The pattern is clear. She provokes, she escalates, she explodes, and then she attempts to rewrite the narrative, framing herself as the misunderstood, persecuted victim. But the truth is, fans, teammates, and even rivals are growing weary. They are stopped buying tickets to that performance. The real question that looms over her career is what path she will ultimately choose. Will she decide to let her undeniable talent speak for itself, focusing on the game, her team, and building a true enduring legacy based on athletic excellence? Or will she continue down the path of being a walking cautionary tale, a constant source of drama and controversy that overshadows her potential and undermines the very sport she plays? This isn't just about one player, it's about the soul of women's basketball. Does the league aspire to be a respected, inspiring athletic competition that celebrates skill, teamwork, and perseverance? Or will it devolve into a WWE-style circus where the loudest clap and the most dramatic exit reign supreme? The gap between generating fleeting noise and forging a lasting legacy is widening with every passing game. Angel Reese has the power to bridge that divide, but the choice and its profound implications rests entirely in her hands. What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more unfiltered breakdowns because this story, like the game itself, is far from over.